Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel once again today for the second time. Did the NBA show earlier, but if you haven't checked that one out, make sure you guys do check that one. A bit of an earlier NBA stream compared to most days, obviously with UK spring break and obviously with all the with nothing much going on. We thought might as well let's go live early. And today, Newcastle 3-0 at halftime, so we might as well say, you know what, let's just grab that and let's just go live. Welcome back to the channel, and yeah, Josh, welcome back, bro. Let's talk Premier League, man. We've got lots to talk about this weekend. And Champions League, Europa League. Let's go. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine, Akivin. Indeed, there is a lot to talk about. I do understand we were going to go live a lot earlier today, but then we realised that the Newcastle game was on. But now that it's finished at half time, we've decided to come back. It's been a bit of a train wreck, but luckily, every time I see you, Akivin, it's a good day, and hopefully this will be another good day of footy chat.
My favorite show. My favorite show of the week, in my opinion. Well, along with the NBA, this is my favorite show.
I'm sure you say that to all of them, mate. But regardless, we've got to talk about how dire our clubs are at the minute and talk about our European prospects. It's going to be a fun one, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. But make sure you guys are hitting the like button and subscribing. Josh's channel will be in the title, so make sure you guys do check his channel once he does upload. I'll still leave his link to the title anyway, so you guys do go check his channel before he uploads more.
I've got videos on there already, but the main thing, subscribe to AN Sports 7 because that is the main goal. We've got to focus all on that, lads. Come on.
Appreciate it, man. 200 subs before the end of April. Come on, people. Let's get there ASAP. And we might as well start. Where should we start, though? An Arsenal game, the United game? I mean, the Manchester Derby was the main event of the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the Arsenal game was the first one to kick off, the weekend off. I want to get this off my chest early because I've had enough of talking about Arsenal's deficiencies. So
fair enough.
If I could just...
Floor's yours. Everton won, Arsenal won.
Well, game started. I thought, don't give two shits about the league. Liverpool have won it and whatnot. Second or fifth, it doesn't matter. It's the same Champions League spot. Having said that, I thought we played quite well. Started off even, then we started to get a hold of the game. Everton make a mistake in the midfield, and we capitalise, which is rare for Arsenal on the transition. 1-0. We're looking comfortable at half-time. We bring Saka and Martinelli on, looking to kill the game off. Nice background, by the way. And within half a minute, Everton have got a penalty. Now, in real time, I think Lewis Skelly, that is idiotic. You're hauling him down. But once you see the replay, not only is all the contact going on outside the box, but Lewis Skelly is the one getting hauled down. And if you notice when you watch the replay, Jack Harrison falls over and he gets back up because he knew it wasn't a foul. So it's the same old story. Everton score. We've seen from the Arsenal-Manchester United game in the FA Cup that Raya is shocking at penalties. Porter aside, he's shocking for the most part. 1-1, we're pegged back, and it's the same old story. We can't break down a team managed by one of David Moyes for the most part, one of Marco Silva for the most part, one of Sean Dyche for the most part. It's the same tactical deficiencies that we've seen from Arteta in the last 6 years, and nothing's going to change because he hasn't learned within the first 6 years. He's never going to learn. If you keep making the same mistakes and you keep repeating the same mistakes, as Albert Einstein said, it's the definition of insanity. Yeah. And it's happened all over again. Brighton at home, Man City away, Brighton away. I'm sure there's another game in there before the Everton one. But it's another instance of Arsenal getting the lead. A controversial referee decision happens against us, which I will point out, by the way. I don't blame referees, but we have been shafted with a lot of refereeing decisions this season. I'm sure even you as a Manchester United fan can see that from a non-biased perspective.
Yeah.
But it's the same old nonsense. Arsenal take the lead. Poor refereeing decision or poor defensive play leads to us getting pegged back, and we can't respond. It's a perfect 90-minute snapshot of our 24-25 season. So there we have it. League was done anyway. Second and fifth, it doesn't really matter. I don't care how far we drop off, as long as we do finish in the top 5. I don't think Arsenal will ever win the Champions League, but as long as we're there, we have a chance, in theory anyway. So I'll keep it. I'll happily take being in the top 4 if it's not top 5 if it means not winning the league. But that's my little anecdote on it. I'm sure the chat will have their own responses to that. But for me, it was just the same old nonsense. Same old. We did get undone by the referee again, in my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. I don't know if you have anything else to say on the matter.
I didn't watch the Arsenal game, but judging off by what you're saying, Arsenal definitely had a massive missed opportunity this weekend. So not a massive missed opportunity in hindsight, yeah, because Liverpool lost. We both said Liverpool would lose that game, and
That
they
was
ended
delusions.
they ended up losing the game, right? And this is the second time I've called Liverpool losing twice in the space of 2 times now. I said 2-1 to their team. I'm gonna keep doing it, I might as well. But anyways, the fact that Liverpool lost to Fulham, right? This tells you everything you need to know. That Arsenal just don't know how to capitalize. Arsenal just don't capitalize. Shout out Don C in the chat. He's another Arsenal fan. Don C, if you're around, I can send you the link and you want to hop on. Let me know, bro. But yeah, it's just a constant just you don't capitalize on shit like this. And this is what I mean. Arsenal are one of those teams that, for me, when the going gets tough, when you need to win, you don't win. That's the biggest issue I have with Arsenal right now. Arsenal, for me, are one of those teams. Are one of those teams that, for me, I look at and I'm like, I will win a title race against these lot quite easily. They don't capitalize when the going gets tough, and like I keep on reiterating, a bit of a sloppy error, a bit of a how would you say it? One really bad moment, and it's done. Arteta does not capitalize. That's his biggest issue, and for me, I'm looking at Arsenal. I'm like, what's gonna happen to Arteta next season if he does not win the league? Does he go? Does he get sacked? Does he stay? Because I'm hearing these rumors of Gyökeres. I'm hearing rumors of this. So it just tells you Arteta is going to stay.
Well, Akervin, we've spoken about this many a time. I don't think Arteta is going to get sacked as long as Arsenal keep finishing in the top 4, keep providing the Kroenkes with Champions League football money. So you talk about Arsenal under Arteta not capitalising. Arsenal haven't been able to capitalise when the going gets tough for the last 21 years. For the last 21 years and counting.
Yeah.
Because we're not beating Real Madrid. And if we somehow defy the Lords and beat Real Madrid, we're going to get knocked out by Unai Emery's Aston Villa in the semis. That's just how it's going to go. This club, it's so predictable, it's so boring, it's a humiliation ritual. I've said it so many times, Akervin. You talk about what needs to change. I think the owners are the biggest problem with the club, because at the end of the day, the mentality stems from the owners. Arteta, I can't fault his mentality, but I can certainly fault his coaching and his tactics. The mentality seeps from the top with the ownership, and it slowly trickles down to the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's the harsh reality of it. I don't know if you had anything more to add on that. And
no, I do.
One side note, two side notes.
No, go on.
5th of April 1905, Woolwich Arsenal play Everton for the first time at Goodison Park. 5th of April 2025, Arsenal play Everton at Goodison Park for the last time. So there's a nice bit of history there on the exact same date, 120 years apart. And also, I genuinely have a suspicion that referees have a thing for Miles Lewis-Skelly. But I'm going to wait until the season pans out and see how next season develops before I expand on it on this show. And that's it.
Because I don't think referees are bad for just Arsenal. I think they're bad for everyone as a collective.
Oh, yeah, of course. There's no doubt.
I just think in the Premier League, the referees are just not good enough. In general, I personally think, for me, like, the standard of refereeing compared to what I used to see back then, like, back then when Andre Mariner, Howard Webb, I know it's crazy as a United fan, I'm saying Howard Webb and all that. Andre Mariner, Mark Clattenburg, Howard Webb, what's his name? Phil Dowd, Chris Foyd, all these guys, they were top referees. These referees are trained by we're waiting for VAR to check the decision for us and make the decision for us. What's the point of being a fucking referee then? You might as well just resign and leave it to the VAR to make the decision for you. You know what I'm saying? The standard of refereeing is dropped by a country mile in England, bro.
This is the thing. Like, can we really blame the refs to an extent, because they have the backup of VAR, and the majority of the time VAR don't fix it. Like down in England, we can give them dogs abuse for giving the penalty against us.
Yeah.
But VAR had plenty of time to look at it, and they confirmed the on-field decision. How on earth have you got slow motion replays from every different angle, and you still come to the conclusion that Miles Lewis-Skelly was the one that was fouling Jack Harrison?
Bro,
what are you seeing? Genuinely.
I'll tell you what it is. All these referees are mates. And we all saw the quote when David Coote was saying about Michael Oliver. I want to defend Michael Oliver because he's my mate. I don't want to look bad. You know what I'm saying? Bro, these referees have certain bias with each other for each other. They all want to defend each other. They all want to make each other look bad. And look, this is a professional level sport. You can get things wrong. Correct it and make yourself look good rather than make yourself look bad on paper, because you already look bad in the media the following day. What's the point of, not correcting things when you're supposed to? Time and time again, we're seeing referees get away with so much. And look, the referees are not the reason why our clubs are where we are. I promise you that. But there's so many decisions in the Premier League that are just so clear and obvious. Yesterday, Man United should have had a penalty.
You think?
No one's going to talk about that. Kovacic clearly tackled Casemiro in the box. Clearly tackled him in the box. Was Garnacho in the box? Maybe. I don't know if he was in the box or not. I couldn't tell because the sun was on the pitch. I couldn't tell. I couldn't see the line. So that's what I was saying. I couldn't see the line. What's going on? Is he in the box or is he not? So,
Akavan, it's no coincidence that the majority of Premier League referees are from up north of England, the Manchester area, the Yorkshire area, and so on and so forth. So it is. I don't think people realise how much of a statistical anomaly it is that there are no referees, to my knowledge, in the Premier League that come from London. Can you explain to me why that is? You can't tell me that there are no referees from London or Birmingham, yeah? Because that is just completely idiotic. There is no way there aren't referees that can provide better performances week in, week out than the ones we have that aren't from the north, because it is ridiculous. And there needs to be a whole new revamp. PGMOL, I've likened them to the Mafia. I don't know if you've seen the Godfather films. I think of Howard Webb as Don Vito Corleone. But that's a topic for another day. Like, we know how bad referees are in general. Having said that, I do think Arsenal have been screwed over more so than other teams. But at the end of the day, we also haven't been good enough to overcome those bad decisions.
Big up, Don C. Hope you're well, bro. And we're just talking about Arsenal and the game on Saturday. What are your thoughts? And just give your thoughts on the referees and everything.
I came in at the perfect time. Nice to meet you, Avengers. Yeah. You see, referees are poor in this country. We all know this. But one thing that they have to back them up is VAR, and that's my issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at Arsenal's season, I'm one of those fans where, probably like yourself, that I will never actually take the emphasis or the onus of Arsenal because we haven't been good enough this season. But
no doubt.
Let's just say, in hindsight, the referee has cost us 10 points this season, just this season alone. Liverpool are 11 points ahead of us. Yeah? It makes it even worse, bro. Yeah? You see, yesterday's game, we were the better team. We didn't really create that much, but we was the better team. And we also know that goals changes games, especially when you're in a winning position. Right? Do I blame Arteta for certain things? Yeah, of course, because when he brought on those 3 players, they scored. Right? But take that away from it. The referee handed them the game. When a foul happens, they're supposed to stop the game where the foul happened. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not when it ends. Where it ends. If a player
Yeah.
is tugging at a person's shirt and it starts in the middle of the centered circle, but then it ends in the final third, they bring it back to the center circle, right? So even if, let's say, it was a foul, why not
100%.
bring it back
It's a
to the
foul.
original place where it started? Yeah. Why didn't VAR get involved in this? Why didn't they say, because VAR is supposed to be there for blatant, obvious mistakes? Mistakes. Yeah. If
Yeah.
if we all can see, and even
Clear
in
and
the
obvious error.
papers, the old referees, they said, yeah, it shouldn't be in a foul. And if it was a foul, it's a very soft foul and a very soft penalty. Why was it given? Why was it given? And that's just another referee mistake against Arsenal. I can remember the game against Man City, because that was a big game at the beginning of the season where we drew 1-1. Was it 2-2 after
2-2.
2-2 after everything? Yeah. Declan Rice. No, sorry, it was Trossard got a second yellow
Yep.
after Declan Rice got a yellow the game before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Name me a player that got a yellow card for doing the exact same thing. Sorry, no. Let me rephrase that. Doku done the same thing in the same game, got nothing.
Yeah.
Name me a player that got a yellow card for kicking the ball away in those circumstances, or just tapping it away. Not one player after that. I'll tell you why. Because they changed the rules. Yeah.
They changed the rules. Yeah. In December.
So why Arsenal? Yeah. I'm not a person that normally speaks about referees. I think that referees are bozos. But when it's happening to your club time and time again, yeah, and then when you accumulate all the points that we could have got in winning positions, yeah, and where we are now. Like I said, don't take anything away from the Arsenal players, because we haven't been good enough. We haven't had a striker. Yeah, that's our main issue right now. Yeah, but take away the balls, because Liverpool, since the Coop thing came out, Liverpool has had every bullshit decision go their way. Yeah, Man City has had every decision go their way. But why do they hate Arsenal like that? What have we done? We've never had anything come out in the papers about, do you know what, we're cheating. Yeah?
Yeah.
We've got 115 charges against us. We've tried to bribe anyone. So what is it that people hate about Arsenal? Yeah, I can understand rival fans hating Arsenal fans, because I hate everyone and I hate all rivals, especially Tottenham. Yeah? AK, that's my brother, yeah? But he knows I've got love for him, but I hate your team.
Yeah, of course.
This is what I'm saying.
I
So
understand.
what is the issue with the PGMOL or FA against Arsenal?
Okay.
That's the issue that I want to know.
Don. I think we have a very clear time in which referees took notice of us and started fucking us over in any which way. It was after the Newcastle game at St James's Park last season. Before then, we had the occasional balls up, like Martinelli's disallowed goal at Old Trafford. I'm sure Akadem will remember. Or the Lee Mason forgetting to draw the lines. Now, that was suspicious in itself. But when Arteta blatantly comes out and calls the whole structure a disgrace and whatnot, they're going to retaliate. Whether that's right or wrong, they're going to retaliate. And I feel like we have been screwed over as a result of that. And like you say, Don, you've hit it on the head. We have not been good enough whatsoever. At the end of the day, we've lost 10 points due to these sort of decisions, and Liverpool would have still been ahead of us. But you are right in saying, why has no other team been punished for the things that Arsenal have been punished for? There's this rule coming out next season about how if goalkeepers take more than 8 seconds, isn't it, to take a goal kick or whatever, there's going to be a corner awarded for the opposing team. I guarantee you, within the first 2 months of the season, next season, Arsenal are going to be penalised at least twice for that due to David Raya pissing about with it. I guarantee it. And I will willingly bet money with you guys. I don't know if you guys are against betting or whatnot, but I honestly will.
I can't.
Okay,
fair enough. But I genuinely, it's going to happen. But like I said, I know what you said, Don. Me, I don't blame referees for the majority of it. I'm quite a pessimist. Like, people either see me as realistic or pessimistic. I see myself as a bit pessimistic because this club time and time again have proven me right and constantly fails. And I mean, there's not much else to say, really. It's just, I feel the David Coop thing really handed things in Liverpool's favour in terms of fine margins and whatnot. And I don't want to create any conspiracies. If you've seen me before on this channel, I've given Liverpool credit in any which way, contrary to Akavin. But me personally, I congratulate Liverpool, 20th league title and whatnot. But at the end of the day, these referees are shocking, and I
No,
don't
look,
think I don't think it's incompetence. I think
Oh,
it's genuine. Something
Also,
else going on.
I want to point out yesterday, Van Dijk. Did you see the elbow yesterday?
yeah.
No red card.
Look, yeah, that's the second time I've seen Van Dijk. I've seen Van Dijk kick out at people. It hasn't got anything.
Didn't he do it to?
Yeah?
Didn't he do it to what's his
Anthony
name
Gordon.
again? No, he did it to Amadou Onana at what you call at Goodison Park as well.
At Goodison Park, he done it at Anthony. This season he done it against an Arsenal player as well. I think it was Havertz. Yeah, where he
Right.
kicked him, kicked him,
Yes.
like on I think it was his calf or something like that, and then he got away with it, right? An Arsenal player trips someone up and gets a red card. Yeah.
Skelly should have got sent off.
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, this is the level of inconsistency I hate. Forget the David Cooper. I understand that. See, I understand that people make mistakes. I really do, because you know what? Yeah, we're not human. But then, if you put in a calculator, 1 million plus 5 divided by this, it will give you the correct answer. These people are dealing with those type of technology. There's no excuse anymore. Before VAR, there was a massive excuse as we're human, we make errors. But this isn't a machine error. Look, yeah, I'm like yourself. I don't care about conspiracies. Things happen, shit happens, life goes on, yeah. But when the same thing is constantly happening to your team, sometimes you gotta ask questions. And it's not like it's an Arteta thing. I remember Mike Riley against Man United. I remember the 49 unbeaten game against Man United. Yeah, I remember that clearly. Yeah, where we was getting the hell kicked out of us, nothing. Yeah,
Rares especially.
and the one time we kicked them or we touched them, they went down. It's a penalty. Yeah. See, this is what I don't understand. This has been going on since the early 2000s, and it's consistent. And this is what I don't like. What does it need for someone to get, say, Mike Dean or someone saying how much they hate Arsenal for this stuff to stop? And the reason why I'm saying this is not because I'm an Arsenal fan, because I'm a football fan before I'm an Arsenal fan. Before I knew what Arsenal was, I was playing football outside in the streets with my mates. Yeah? So if it can happen to my team, it can happen to Man United, it can happen to Chelsea, it can happen to this team. This is what I'm saying. We need... Do you know what it is? It's not better officiating. We need officiates to actually be held accountable for when they do certain things. Because when our clubs have a moment where we're crowding around a player, guess what happens? They have a fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have a ban. Why is it the same thing implemented with the same team, with the direct team? Tell me a time when a referee's been taken off a match because they got so many decisions wrong for them. Tell me any other team that it's happened to apart from Arsenal. But yet these decisions keep on happening. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But I don't want to take away from Arsenal, because yesterday, even though we were the better team, we should have scored more. Yeah, it's down to the incompetence of Arteta. This is why we're in the predicament that we're in. Why we have to even talk about referees. You know what I'm saying? Summer came along. He bought no one. Yeah, no, he got Sterling. Yeah. And when it came to the January window, instead of getting any striker just to fill the hole, guess who we got? We got Gassaner. That's what I'm saying. That means nothing to those that don't understand the terminology. And that's my issue. We wouldn't have to be talking about these situations, or it wouldn't be as emphasized if Arteta did his job. I don't think Arteta's good enough for this. This is why I'm fearful for tomorrow. It just makes me sick to understand that we're still talking about being second for the third year running. For the third year running. You said something earlier on, which I've been listening to, was that you would rather go further in the Champions League go further in the Champions League and finish fifth, because Europe is Europe. Yeah, and I agree with that. And I also agree that Arteta will not get sacked as long as he meets Arsenal's minimum target. Arsenal's minimum target is top 4 is Europe. That's their minimum target.
Same with us.
Has been since the Emirates move.
Yeah, and it's in our DNA. It's our culture now. So as long as we hit our minimum targets, do you know what? The board are happy because they're getting their money. The shirt sales. We're in the creme de la creme of Europe. Yeah, I'd rather slip down into Europa and actually win it. Yeah, so we can shut people like AK up and say, yeah, you haven't got a European trophy, even though we've got a cup, Winners' Cup. Yeah, and I
an
will say that
Intercity's first cup.
Yeah,
And an
yeah,
Intercity Spurs Cup.
and the Intercity Cup, yeah, which I will wear shamelessly, right? But I would rather slip down in there so we can actually win one of those trophy, well, win that trophy, than be in the Champions League without a striker.
This is it, Don, because we were in the Europa League for about 5, 6 straight seasons,
Yeah,
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we never won it.
yeah,
Like Wenger got to the UEFA Cup final in 2000, if I'm not mistaken, bottled
yeah,
it to Galatasaray.
yeah,
I
yeah. I
mean,
remember that.
we I mean, obviously, I mean, I didn't exist then, but I know plenty about Arsenal pre-Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about the Cup Winners' Cup in 1980. I know about the Naeem from the halfway line in '95.
Okay. Yeah.
No, this club and Europe do not go hand in hand whatsoever.
Nah.
And you
They
said
don't.
earlier, you were talking about me wanting to get further in Europe. I don't think we're going to get further in Europe.
Mm.
But my main point was second or fifth. There's no Champions League qualifiers like Wenger used to talk about. So there's no difference whatsoever.
Mm.
If it's not first, second, fifth, it's the same.
It's the same.
Exactly.
No one sees, no one looks. I'm not going to go to my grandkids in about 50 years and say, "Oh, do you know Arsenal only finished fifth in 2025?"
Yeah.
Well, no, because at the end of the day, we qualified for the same competition that we would have qualified for.
You'd much rather talk about the COVID lockdown season when you won the FA Cup rather than
was still dreadful, but at least we won something.
Exactly.
You see this, yeah. Like this is what irritates me because when you say that, yeah, all I can hear is Arteta saying, "But we've won 3 trophies in my time at the helm." Yeah,
He's won 1, not 3.
like 2 dinner plates and a trophy. Yeah, so this is what irritates me a hell of a lot with this guy because he digs his own. Like, do you know, as shameless as Ten Hag was, Ten Hag would have never said that kind of bull crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
We lost
shameless
it,
as Ten Hag, for me, Arteta is just an apprentice. He is what Gunnosaurus is. Gunnosaurus is next of kin is. That's what he is to me. To tell you why, because he hasn't shown me anything else.
Don, he's
Right?
the perennial runner-up.
Yeah, do you know what it is? He's the epitome of what a side bitch is supposed to be. Yeah. Apologies for my language.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
For me, that's what he is.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
Like I could go on the bridesmaid, the Michelle of Destiny's Child. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to be number 2 until we get rid of him. I can't see us winning anything. And if he does, do you know what I'll do? Shamelessly, I'll say my apologies. I had so much faith in you. Yeah, I knew he was going to be that guy to give us trophies. But to be realistic, he's never going to do it. He's never going to do it.
Well, thing is, Don, I want to ask you quickly. When did you first start calling for Arteta's head? Because for me, it was when we lost to Burnley in December 2020. Our first loss to Burnley since '74, if I'm not mistaken, at home.
I was never a person that liked him. When he got appointed, I was irritated, just simply because Everton got Ancelotti.
Legit. There was the Sky Sports camera panning up to Arteta and Ancelotti. If you know anything about the history of the two clubs and the financial backing of the two clubs, logically, you'd think Ancelotti went to Arsenal, Arteta to Everton. But for some reason, it went the other way around.
And do you know what they ask you when you say, "But what about Ancelotti?" Yeah, what did Ancelotti win at Everton? What did he win at Napoli? That's what they'll say. But they'll ignore what he's won at Chelsea, Real Madrid. They'll ignore at Bayern Munich. They'll ignore everything else. They'll ignore AC Milan, whatever it is.
Yeah.
This guy is one of the greatest managers of all time.
I think people that even want to speak negative about Ancelotti, right? They're just idiots. They're just wankers. That's what they are. They don't know football.
Yeah,
they're just glorified simps, right? Because you see what I'm saying. The reason why I don't take no talk for Tottenham fans is the simple fact of put your trophies on the table. That's the simple thing.
We're on the same level with him, bro.
Like, there's certain managers that are levels above everyone else. How the hell can he move it away from Real Madrid, go back there and still win trophies? The only clubs that he hasn't won trophies at is clubs that are literally bottom of the barrel. I don't know how. He just probably wanted to get back into work. That's why he took him. Why didn't he stay there for 2 seasons? Because Real Madrid came a knocking. And the thing is, since he's gone to Real Madrid, he's won something every single season. That's what I'm saying. If he went to a team like Arsenal, then I could say we could beat Real Madrid. If this sounds crazy, but you see this team that's been assembled by Arteta, and it's a really good team. This is a perfect team for Mourinho. Perfect. People don't see that. Look at Mourinho's style. Look at the style that Mourinho plays. that he's done through every single club, apart from Tottenham, because Tottenham are shit in it. Yeah, where he lacks young defensive players. Two banks, yeah, with a strong striker up front. This is a perfect team for fucking Mourinho. But guess who they employ? They employ Arteta. Yeah, you can only judge a person on what they had. So if Arteta comes in this club and wins nothing, and the only thing that he's won is with another man's team, 4.5 years later, 750 mil spent, yeah, and still has won nothing, what's the problem?
I think it's summed up in our game against Bayern Munich last season in the Champions League quarterfinals. They had no fans in the stadium whatsoever. It was the perfect opportunity. Any semi-serious club would have put them to the sword, ready to coast through the second leg, and we were lucky to escape with a draw. If I go back to the Sunday after that, I think it was the Super Sunday, he decides to put Zinchenko in at left back. He moves Havertz back into midfield, and he plays Jesus up top.
Oh Jesus!
This is after a streak of about 12 wins and a draw at the Etihad, yeah. And he decides to tinker with it when it matters most. And guess what? We balls up. I gave Arteta time this season because I saw our league form going into 2024, 16 draws, 16 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. That draw coming at the Etihad when we had the better chances, and against Aston Villa when it was 0-0 until the 84th minute. I put all those results into context, and I thought, this manager and this team evidently have what it takes to put a run together to win the league.
Yeah.
And I gave him, I've given Arteta, this is your last season now. I expected us to win the league, and he has fallen flat on his arse. I don't care about the injuries. I don't care about the red cards, refereeing decisions, whatever. At the end of the day, Slot made 0 permanent signings. Yeah? And he's 11 points clear of Don Mikel. No, 0 permanent signings. Because the other guy isn't coming in. The other guy isn't coming in, and Chiesa's on loan.
He signed Chiesa.
On loan. No permanent signings. I don't think. I think he was on loan, wasn't
he? He signed Chiesa on permanent.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Sorry for the fact.
And he scored in the consolation goal in the final as well. So it just tells you that if Slot gets his signings, then
that's another thing. 4-0 defeat to a team that have won fuck all in 70 years on aggregate. Are you mad? What on earth is that all about?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's clear to see, because I guarantee you, none of us have got our FA badges, right? But yet we all knew that the last 2 seasons, the one thing that we were missing was a striker, because it's about cleaning off games. We don't know how to kill off games because we haven't got a number 9. Our last number 9 was Aubameyang, someone that could kill off games. So if you take everything into consideration, you understand that defensively we've got we're in the top 3 in Europe when it comes to defensive, aspects, leaking in goals, going in. We got 2. Our back pairing, right, is up there with the best. Yeah, I would say that to any team. If we're not leaking goals, but yet we can't score minimum 2 to 3 goals per game. Yeah, it's not always gonna happen. But when I say minimum, is like one in 3. Yeah, because 1 in 3 teams ain't always gonna be a Man City or a Aston Villa on like someone of that onus. Yeah, if we can't do that, then what's the issue? We haven't got a striker. Yeah, my thing was with Arteta was because I'm in Flawless's shows a lot and in these streams, yeah. So if you've ever heard me talk, right, you would hear and Sunshine now. If you've ever heard me talk, you'll say that you'll hear me say, when Mourinho came on against Leicester and scored those 2 goals, I had my hand in my head. I was doing a live watch along. I had my hands in my head and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, yeah. The reason why I said that is because I knew this idiot of a manager now is going to not buy a striker, because just remember, we're still in January now, not buy a striker and say, well, Mourinho can do it. Look at him. I had faith in him. Yeah? Ever since then, who's been our number 9?
Mikel Mourinho.
And this is what irritates me. The fact that we're going to go to the Bernabeu after tomorrow with Mourinho up front. Picture that.
Sorry, I shouldn't even be laughing at me and I fan, but
no, laugh, bro.
Laugh all you want, mate.
This is the 3rd choice midfielder in his old club, and we bought him, and now he's our number 9, bro. Come on, man. How pathetic can it be? I thought Havertz was bad, but now we have Moreno, someone
Bro.
that couldn't dislodge Rice, Partey, or Odegaard, right? Is now our number 9. Are you taking a piss? You might as well play Zinchenko there.
That's
And I can't
Before you
stand
do
that
that,
idiot. Do you know what? Yeah, it's like every time I think about it, it just irritates me time and time again. Because, like I said, I'm not a football coach. I'm just another idiot fan that likes to talk. Yeah, and that's how I see myself. But then, if we're all saying it, if we can all see it, why can't this dude? Like I said, in January, I don't want to hear about the perfect striker because my mind frame is if you spend right in the summer. January is just a top up for what you need because you know there's going to be injuries. Certain players are going to go for international
bro.
break. Blah blah blah
Morata
blah
was
blah blah.
available.
But then guess what? He buys no one of anything in summer. He loans Sterling, and then come January.
I called it from a mile away. By the way, I knew he was going to
bro,
sign Sterling. I had a
bro.
really good feeling Arsenal was signing Sterling. It was so clear.
This is why I'm scared that he might get Rashford in the summer. I'm scared. But I want to put it past him.
I'm done with the guy.
this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, Marino, he's averaging a goal every 2 games. Havertz was on course for a 25-goal season. Are you telling me that Victor Gyökeres or a Benjamin Sesko, a striker of that caliber, wouldn't be banging in goals after goals for this team? Are you mad?
Facts.
And you talk, and this is the thing, yeah. You talk about how we can't kill games off. Arteta is evidently a manager, especially after the City game in 2023 where they slapped us 4-1. That completely changed his whole setup. So I forgot where I was going. It's like he's a manager that plays on the margins, yeah. Majority of the times, those margins are going to go against you. So it's effectively a form of self-harm. Is the way I see it. It's you're killing yourself. It's self-sabotage more than anything. What are you doing? Everyone can see it. Are you telling me with Havertz on course for a 25 league goal season? Not in the league, but in all competitions. So Gyökeres will get at least 40. I'm telling you now. If we sign Gyökeres this summer, at least 40 goals. I'm telling you now.
I think you guys get Gyökeres. I think you definitely get Gyökeres. People say Gyökeres will struggle in the Premier League. This guy was backing goals against Man City.
And by the way, the last number 9 this manager had was Aubameyang. Scored twice in the semi-final. Scored twice in the final. Binned him off because of attitude problems. In other words, Aubameyang was an ego, and this manager can't hack egos.
He took him off
as a signed replacement.
Game ever,
and he's won fuck all since.
He took Willian off. He took Aubameyang off for Willian in the semi-final as well, mind you.
Yeah.
And that should have been the end of him. In my opinion, that should have been the end of him.
Willian is the worst player I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt. Don, you're older than me. You can probably think of many, many more, the likes of your Skilachis and Stepanovs and whatnot. But Willian, for me, the worst player I've ever seen at this club.
No, probably Sonogo. That goes to Sonogo.
What, scored against Dortmund, bro? Come on.
Yeah, he's scored against Dortmund, but nothing before and nothing afterwards.
Didn't he score in the FA? Did he score in the FA Cup in 2013 for Arsenal?
Willian is... One second. Benayoun.
Yossi Benayoun. Yeah, I remember
Popped up with a few goals, to be fair to him. But I understand the reason why.
I couldn't stand his face. He played for Liverpool. I couldn't stand him.
Yeah, fair enough. But hey, it's just this manager constantly shoots himself in the foot.
This might be a shout, Gervinho.
Oh, wait, Gervinho popped up with a 14 goals.
No, Gervinho was a baller. Gervinho was a baller, bro. Like, do you know what it is, yeah? Gervinho was way before his time. Because I don't think... when Gervinho was around, we were still playing 4-4-2, and he's a 4-3-3 player. Yeah? If you look at his output and look at his goals, bad. Yeah? It's just that I think he was... Do you know when he get those players like Varane at Man United, he was way before his time. Yeah? This is why there's certain errors where certain players cannot fit in. Yeah? Because Gervinho balled everywhere else, just apart from Arsenal. It's like Pepe. Pepe, before he came, he was a baller. He's just...
Pepe was good,
and the thing is, Pepe scored like 35 goals, and they were classing him as the worst striker, the worst attacking player in Premier League history. And you man got Anthony. I don't get it. But lads, I've got to bounce here because I'm literally going to pull up. I need to eat some food. And I'll chop it up with you later, man. Rasta.
Don C, bro, listen. I know how you feel, the frustration, because last season, you see how you felt? That's how I felt about Ten Hag. Yeah. That's how I felt about that. Although I got to give credit where credit due. Ten Hag did actually win us more than one fucking trophy, bro. But I feel like nothing really changed with the squad or the players under Ten Hag. It's the same inconsistencies. And then when he talking in a press conference, I know English wasn't is not his first language, bro. But bro, I'm like, I'm not understanding a word you're saying, bro.
Mm.
You feel me? So Dancy, I understand your frustration, bro, because Arteta won his first trophy with Unai Emery's team. I felt like when y'all got rid of Unai Emery, that was a mistake. That was a mistake because Unai Emery is a proven winner. He won the Europa League 4 friggin' times.
Mm.
He's a proven winner, but I don't know, man. But trust me, Don, I get what you're saying, though.
Cheers, brother, man. But lads, I'll chop up with you later, yeah? The
Yeah,
8K,
no worries.
yeah,
Yeah,
Prime,
Big
bigger,
up, man. Take
Rasta,
care, bro.
yeah,
yeah, enough love,
yeah,
yeah? Respect.
yeah.
Respect, bro. Take care, man. Have a good one.
Well,
Shout out
that's
Don
fun.
C every single time, man. Rasta, what's up, bro? It's been a few
I'm
days.
good. I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm stealing like 10 to 15 minutes.
It's calm,
So
man. You wait,
I'm stealing
you got
like
a
10 to 15. Huh?
you got 15 minutes only?
I'm stealing like I'm gonna be here for like 10 to 15 minutes.
No worries, man.
That's
No worries. Say we got to say about the Arsenal game. We were just talking about the Arsenal game about the
okay.
referee and everything.
Okay,
Yeah, we are just discussing
okay,
about
bro.
how
Like
bad referees and things
I,
are.
I,
Yeah.
I,
Go
I
on, bro.
I feel like, especially with the referee, right?
Yeah.
Especially that scrub Michael Oliver. I can't stand that guy, bro.
No one
You
can,
know, you're
mate.
not, you're not
Preach.
really,
I can't
you're not
stand him.
really, you're not really rubbing me the wrong way. When we was playing against West Ham, Matthias de Ligt jumped up and hit away the ball from the corner. You remember that corner? And they said Matthias de Ligt pushed him on the floor. No, that player dived. That player dived. And
In the
when the
Europa
camera.
League.
No. When we played against West Ham.
Oh, West Ham away. Oh, it was the handball, wasn't it? That Delict.
Yeah, yes, bro. And it's just like this scrub,
Hey,
the
that got Ten Hag
man.
sacked. I don't mind.
Yeah. I know it, but I'm just saying, Michael Oliver. That guy is a scrub, and I can't stand him. And if I see him in real life, I will punch his head in. I swear on everything I love, right? I feel like even with Arsenal, right? I feel like referee since Arteta been there, bro. I feel like that's one of the most referees been sticking it to Arsenal. From Arteta got there, I feel like that's when all of y'all got the referee hate. Yes, y'all have got it in the past, but not so bad as when Arteta came there, bro. I felt like even when Declan, I forgot who y'all was playing in the beginning of the season. Declan Rice got sent off. When you rewatch the clip, it seemed and you could see how Declan Rice reacted. Like I feel like referees need to go back and rewatch the clip because the person that provoked Declan Rice should have got sent off too. If you're gonna send off Rice. So, bro, it's like, and most of these referees, they favor Man City because
They do.
they do because they have their bets. They have their bets. They have their bookies. They're trying to make some money, bro. But the Arsenal game, bro. Even all, I feel like January was really the right time y'all should went and bought a striker. I felt like if y'all went and got that striker, bro, even when Arsenal played against us, y'all should have beat us, and we were playing like dog shit. That match, David Raya was the man of the match.
I thought we should have beaten
For you,
them.
lot, yeah.
David Raya, he saved the ball, got up again, and slapped the ball out of the net before it go in the net. And I'm like, yo, listen, if David Raya saved Arsenal that day, right? And these little these what Arteta say inverted wingers or
Inverted
invert.
fullbacks and all that crap.
Yeah. Inverted fullback. All that, but bro, I never seen none of that in the Premier League in my life, and I've been watching the Premier League for a long time, bro. I feel like if Arsene Wenger was there, Arsene Wenger would have won y'all at least 4 or 5 domestic trophies because Arsene Wenger is a proven winner. right? Unai Emery is a proven ring. I believe if Unai Emery was still there, y'all would have still win a trophy. And again, with the Everton game, Arteta made Everton look good on the last day in Goodison Park. You made them look good, Arteta. You're supposed to be going there and slapping them. I remember before David Moyes came, we beat Everton 4-0. And the people saying like, "Oh, it's only Everton." And I remember when y'all played Everton first, y'all drew them 0-0. And I'm like, bro, I'm expecting Everton to get slapped, but no, bro. So it's like if I'm the Cronkies, I'm like, no, we need to win the league. We're not gonna settle for second place or third place. I don't care if it qualifies us for Champions League. We need to win the league, win a trophy. Bring me a trophy, and you can't bring me a trophy, bro. I'll get rid of it. But bro, look at this though, right? Sometimes when I watch Lee Gunners live, bro, and he goes over the manager's match press reaction, and some of the stuff that Lee say, I kind of have to agree with him, bro, because bro, it's like some of the stuff your Arteta talks about, bro, is just, bro, you're just waffling. You're just trying to change the narrative. You're not trying to focus on trying to win the league, sign the players. Like, like you have a reporter asking about a friggin' what's a dog? A dog.
Win.
Win,
Yeah,
yeah.
win. And I'm not hating on animals or none of that, bro. But bro, why are we talking about a dog in football, bro? Huh? If you had Saka out injured, Gabriel Jesus injured, why when the January transfer window opened, you didn't sign a striker, bro? You went and bought Raheem Sterling, bro. Raheem Sterling is a scrub. This guy is a scrub, bro. I
Preach.
never rated. I never rated him because once a player plays for Liverpool, burn you, bro. Upon you. Then you left Liverpool to go to City. Then you go to Chelsea. That now you're in Arsenal, bro. Bunny, you, bro. And honestly, bro, I feel like this should have been the season for Arsenal to win the league. But no,
Should have been.
no.
This should have been the
Why?
year.
Yeah,
Has to
what
be.
why is Liverpool 15 plus points ahead of everybody? Do you know as a Man United fan, do you know how I feel about that?
I can't stand
Heartbroken.
Liverpool. I can't stand Liverpool, bro. I wanted Arsenal to win the
Bro,
league over Liverpool, bro.
bro, do you know
And
how much anger I feel right now for Liverpool?
bro, trust me. And yesterday was a perfect day for Arsenal to capitalize. Say they were If Arsenal, for example, were 5 points behind at this time, I think Arsenal win the league. Do you know why? It's because Liverpool have already lost 3 games in a row. Sorry, not 3 games in a row. They've already lost in the
Three of their
space
last
of
four.
3 weeks. They've
Bro.
lost 3 times. They lost to Fulham. They've lost to what's it called?
Newcastle.
Newcastle in the final of the Carabao
Mm-hmm.
Cup, and they lost to PSG in the round of 16 of the Champions League. This is the
Mm-hmm.
perfect time
Mm-hmm.
for Arsenal to capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ackman,
But, but,
we've
but,
seen
but,
time
but,
and
but
time again
what?
Arteta won't capitalise.
Bro, and then what I don't understand about this
I'm saying this would have
Arteta,
been the perfect time.
what I don't like about Arteta, bro, he likes to change the subject real quick. Real quick, bro. You are a shit
He does.
manager.
He
You are a
does.
shit manager. Step down. Give somebody else. Man, give the set piece coach. Give the set piece coach the
Oh
Martial.
yeah,
job.
remember they were putting up the set piece coach on the mural of Arsenal at the Emirates, and
Bro,
I'm like, you're
bro,
Nicholas
worshiping these
Yoga.
people. What's happened to your football club? You're
bro.
worshiping set piece coaches. Give
Bro.
me a
Listen,
break.
listen. When I say against this Real Madrid, bro, because Real Madrid haven't really been playing that great, bro. But I feel like Madrid is gonna beat Arsenal in both legs. That's how I
Without a
feel
shadow of a
because,
doubt.
bro,
I think draw first
because
leg.
because bro, it's just like if you think you're gonna beat Real Madrid, like y'all beat Real Madrid when y'all had Henry, like what are you guys are what is he smoking? What is this manager smoking, bro? Because it's like bro, you were in Euro. How many seasons you were in the Europa League, and you couldn't get them over
3?
the line?
What, 3 seasons in a row?
More than three in the Europa League.
Yeah,
It took you guys how many years to get back to Champions League? Was it like
About 7.
7 years to get back into the Champions League? That's crazy. That is crazy.
So, bro, right? And bro, when we played y'all against the Emirates, the referee was in y'all favors, in
I
your
will admit
favor,
that.
and we still beat you guys. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I watching? Did we really just beat Arsenal on penalties? Right? Bro,
With
and
10
then
men.
with 10 men, and then what's the name of your captain? Odegaard?
Oh, don't talk to me about him, mate.
That guy's a scrub, bro. I'm like, if Madrid sell a player, that means they don't rate you no more, bro.
Well, they had to sell Di Maria because the squad was too oversized. I don't think Di Maria would have been sold had they not signed Gareth Bale, in my opinion.
Mm.
Or
But
sorry, not Gareth Bale. Had they not signed what's his name that year? They signed someone
James
that year.
Rodriguez.
James Rodriguez, and they also signed they signed Gareth Bale the year before. Had they not signed Gareth Bale, I think they would have kept Di Maria 100%.
bro, let me tell you this, right?
Go on.
Like y'all had, I remember what I forgot how old I was, but I think I was like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. I remember the times Arsenal won the league when I was a kid. I remember y'all had Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp, so friggin' Campbell, Ashley Cole, Ashley
Yep.
Cole. Those players you could rely on, even if even if your strikers are injured, you could rely on those players right there to score you goals. You could rely on them, bro. Right? Like honestly, bro, Saka is back. He. I felt like they rushed him back because if he gets injured again, it's over for him. It's done. It's done. He's gonna
Don't
be
throw him
injured.
into Madrid game. Don't throw him in. You gotta rest
It,
him
it,
up and bring him on.
it's gonna be, but you know Arteta's gonna throw him in there, bro.
He will.
Like, how many times Gabriel Jesus did surgeries already? Last time I checked, maybe like 3 or 4 times for the same injury.
He's
And
crop.
and you as a manager for one of the biggest club in England, you should know. Listen, I'm not gonna rush this player back. I'm gonna see if I can give him 10 to 15 minutes here, 20 to 15 minutes there, to slowly ease him back because that injury he has is serious. And bro, if
Yeah,
Bukayo Saka gets injured again, bro, it's Mika Arteta's fault because
100%.
Mika Arteta, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're just winging it at the moment, and you
True.
cause a lot of people life threatening, not life threatening, career ending injuries. Mika Arteta, you little B-rate scrub of them, yo. Like what's Chelsea's manager, Maresca?
That's
Enzo
it. Yeah.
Maresca, yes.
Maresca could do a better job with Arsenal. I guarantee you. Maresca,
Poss-
because
possible.
he actually went to the championship, brought up Leicester City, won them a trophy, won them a trophy.
Leicester fans wanted him out, by the way. Maresca.
Yeah,
Look at him.
but I'm just saying we got to give credit where credit is due. He won them a trophy, right or wrong, by bringing
Yeah.
them up, right?
Correct.
What the has Mika Arteta
The
won other
COVID
than
FA
the
Cup.
FA Cup?
COVID FA Cup at that.
Okay then. I
Yeah.
rest my
Hey.
bro. Y'all had a bomber wang, bro. A bomber. I remember when we used to play against y'all, bro. I was afraid of a bomber wang.
Aubameyang,
Y'all
yeah.
got y'all got rid of Aubameyang. Aubameyang went to La Liga. Went to La Liga. Although he didn't play much, he played a few minutes in the Liga, like, and he won a La Liga title.
After
Then he
getting rid
went
of
to
Arteta.
yeah. Then he went to Chelsea, right? Like, come on, bro. Like Arteta, just do yourself a favor. Step down from that job because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And I have more respect for Arsenal than I have respect for Liverpool. I'll bun that.
100%.
I bun that club every day of the week. Anytime anything they lose, I celebrate that. Because those Scouse bastards think they're better than everybody. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
You've learned well.
bro,
I can't-
man, listen.
I can't stand them, bro. Trust me. Like real talk, bro. There are United fans out there that actually want Liverpool to win the league over Arsenal, and I'm absolutely
What?
baffled by that.
Bro, remember we was on the live on Sunshine Live? I forgot who came on, bro, and said, yeah, let's congratulate Liverpool for winning the league. I'm like, bro, what you just said? Congratulate what?
Bro,
Nah, you cannot
just
be.
tells you modern day United fans are tapped. They're tapped. Bro, Liverpool are our biggest rivals by a country mile. Arsenal,
Yes.
for the last 20 years, have not been anywhere near our rivals. They've just been rivals online. They've not been rivals in person or on the pitch.
And the main reason Manchester
I'm sure
and people
Josh will
from
agree.
Liverpool don't like each other is because I forget, like Manchester have like a port where shipyards are coming for like trade and stuff, and Liverpool
Yeah.
don't necessarily like that. Right? I did my research on England. You feel me? Because my sister, my school teacher at the time said you guys are gonna learn about two areas in England that don't really like each other. Boom. And I could tell her, hey, it's Manchester and Liverpool. She's like, how you know that? Because I'm a Man United fan. And she said, well, it summed it up, right? So
Don't
bro,
forget
it's like,
Yorkshire and Lancashire as well. They hate. Don't forget the Roses derby, Leeds and Manchester, bro. Leeds hate everyone. Leeds, bro. I hate
listen.
Leeds. I wasn't old enough to see the Leeds rivalry, right?
Mhm.
But I still hate them because I know my football club's history.
Bro, I remember last year when Everton beat Jurgen Klopp, bro, I celebrated that.
Bro, do you know what's the funniest part of last season, right? We won the FA Cup the same week Leeds United bottled promotion.
That's crazy, yeah.
No,
Crazy,
we won the FA Cup at Wembley. Leeds United bottled promotion at Wembley. So I was like, oh,
crazy.
yo, that was funny.
But
They can hold that.
all the same though, bro. It's just like, bro, Inzaghi will be the best coach for Arsenal.
Agree.
Inzaghi. Like I said it. I said, go to Inter, pay the money, bring Inzaghi, get rid of Arteta. Inzaghi is going to turn this team around and win y'all silverware. But no, the Cronkies are not going to do that.
Inzaghi would be the perfect manager for even United, in my opinion, bro. Inzaghi would be the perfect. I think he would walk into any team and strive. Even if he has a crap board, he'll get the best out of anyone. He's a really good manager.
But this is the thing. Even with our current manager right now, Amran, right, bro? Yeah. Like, I want to give him time, bro. But bro, like
Same.
some of these selections you're making, bro, it's pissing me off, bro. It's really pissing me off, bro. Because that Manchester derby was a shit show.
Let's actually move on to the Manchester derby. Let's move on to the Manchester derby because that was the game we were supposed to talk about next. But do you have any final thoughts on the Arsenal game before we move on, or you wanna?
Bro, to all Arsenal fans, get rid of Mika Arteta. That guy is not gonna do. That guy's not gonna do nothing for you lot. He's going to disappoint you, and y'all gonna say he's gonna say next season.
Netflix. Wait for the next season.
Come on, man.
I'll have to admit that.
So are we. We're always waiting for next season as well, by the way.
Yep.
Trust me.
Yep. But honestly though, like that Manchester derby was shit, bro. That was shit. I feel like both sides was playing not to win. They were playing for a draw.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
I think United with a better team, though. To be fair, I thought we should have won. I thought we should have won the game. Like I thought, we had the better chances. We should have put the ball in the net. But then this is one scrub that I will talk about. That I want to know your opinion on this one. Just talk with the derby as a whole. Josh, you can start first as well on this one actually.
Well, I mean, I told you before we started the stream. I feel like both teams should be deducted points for wasting everyone's time. It was an absolute snooze.
Bro, not only that, refund the people back their money.
Exactly. But
Because
then again,
that was shit.
Yep.
will the Glazers ever give you back your money? I seriously doubt it. Looking at the last 20
No.
years.
They never gave back anyone's
No,
money, bro.
and this Radcliffe scrub. They're on fraud watch for me, bro. They are on fraud watch.
I mean, I've always been Ineos. I've never been Ineos in, bro. I think I'm done with the birdie.
Bro, from they enabled the Glazers to stay, bro, that shit pissed me off. I'm like, bro, what? Why are we keeping these? What? Why you want to keep them here for? For what?
Should have
Give me a
accepted
full
the
sale.
Qatar bid. Should have taken the Qatar bid. $5 billion, right? We're gonna clear all our debts out. We're gonna, build and we're gonna refurbish, rebuild Old Trafford or whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
Bring in the best in class in every hierarchy, right? Be rich, financially secure, right? They'll improve the area around Old Trafford as well. Like, bro, all we
Bro.
had to do was accept the $5 billion bid
Bro,
from the Qataris.
and
All they
and
had to
then
do
these
was and that was it.
then these retards want to come talk about, oh,
So many
yeah,
years
man,
wasted of
we're
just
gonna
sitting in
rebuild.
the
We're gonna
mud,
build
bro.
a new build a stadium. I'm like, bro, what about the squad? I can get
This is
two
how to
craps
ruin
about a new
this.
stadium.
This is how to ruin the top. This is how to ruin a massive institution after its most successful period ever.
Bro, just talking about it just gets me more upset, bro. And I feel like,
But I don't want to keep you waiting any longer if you have to go back to work or anything, mate.
yeah, but yo, bro, so what time you doing the stream tomorrow?
I'm not so sure. I'll let you know. Maybe Thursday before the Europa League game if you want.
Okay. Like what time? Because I know I have an hour break. Then again, the time zone. We have a time zone.
You're in New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as it stands, I think it's 5 p.m. for you. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
We will go live at about 1 p.m. Is 1 p.m. okay with you?
Shit, that's the time I come back from lunch.
Okay, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. then.
Yes, that works for me.
Okay, sure. 12 p.m. then.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Yeah, you too, mate. Take care, bro. Take care.
Yeah.
Shout out Rasta. Sorry, bro. Back to you, bro. Just want to get your opinions on the Manchester derby.
No, it's okay. Rasta, terrific character, I can tell already.
Nah, he's a top lad. Much love to Murray and Don C as well.
Yeah,
Go on, bro.
I did say, I need to get my thoughts clear. I did say, everyone else. God, what was I going to say? So I've been completely thrown off. I believe both clubs should honestly get deducted points for how poor that game was. I didn't watch much of the game, I will admit. I caught the last 10 or so minutes. But I could just tell from those last 10 minutes that the previous 80 were just the same. Same old. Both clubs weren't going for it. Both clubs had no ambition to go for it. It was a damning indictment on modern football as a whole, I think. I did write down a few notes, which I shared to my mates and whatnot on my social circles, and I'll get them up now. I believe that this is a consequence of players being overworked and overplayed. If I get the notes up here, players are being overplayed in fixtures that mean fuck all, i.e. the Nations League and whatnot, for the sake of more money, which will then lead to a decrease in quality and fitness. Because let's be honest, if you're not going to be as fit, then the games aren't going to be as high quality. And I genuinely think this is the sad state that football's going into. I think it's in a dire state right now, and that game confirms it. Obviously, you still have the occasional thriller, but more and more of those games are going to pop up.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Too many games in football.
I understand the argument that players are getting paid a fuck ton, but at the end of the day, they are human beings. They're not going to be able to... Listen, at the end of the day, sport is televised. There is an element of entertainment to it. No matter how much we stress about it being a sport and whatnot, and how the main thing is to win no matter how you play. At the end of the day, entertainment is a big factor in that. And a lot of people are going to switch off if those games keep on coming. And they are going to keep on coming. Like, I think Thomas Frank said after the Brentford game, Like, I'm not gonna watch the Club World Cup at all. It's a load of nonsense. I'm going to enjoy my summer. Everyone else is going to be like that because these players are getting overworked into oblivion. And I think that game is just one example of it. I mean, we see the amount of players Manchester United have out injured. We see the amount of players City have out injured. There's obviously going to be a decrease in quality. And by jolly did we see that. It was absolutely awful. But I want to hear your thoughts because I think it's quite an interesting game for you as a United fan to analyse.
As a United fan myself, personally, for me, like, look, that game should have been won by United. I'll be honest. As a United fan myself, I can't call the game boring. I know it was boring, and I know there was not much to it, but I was just begging for United to score possession after possession after possession, wasted, pretty much every single time we go forward, wasted. Oh, a chance we had the best chances, wasted. Everything, bro. Garnacho is a terrible, terrible player. He is a terrible player. Any United fan that doesn't like my opinion, you can unblock me and leave. It does not matter. I do not care what you think. Garnacho is not a good enough footballer to play for United.
Should have kept Rashford.
We're better off with Rashford. I agree. We're better off with Rashford. But guess what? Even he wouldn't play well last night. All he does on the pitch is sulk. Rashford. He walks around. He jogs. He doesn't try. People can say he works hard. I don't see the reason. Mason Mount came on. Fuck, he didn't do much. Well, he did some things. He won the ball back a couple of times, but other than that, I'm like, he just picked up a yellow card in his first possession, and I'm like, okay, you've come on the pitch. What are you gonna do now? And I'm like, bro, we have so many players at this club that are just not good enough for the football. They're just not good enough. That game yesterday just tells you everything you need to know. We couldn't even beat the worst Man City side in the last 10 years. This is, for me, the worst Man City side I've seen since 2010. For real. This is the worst City side I've seen since 2010. And I'm not even joking. That was the worst City side I've seen in a very long time.
Akron, do you want me to recite the notes I made after watching the final 10 minutes of that game?
Please do.
Because I told you earlier, I could tell that the previous 80 minutes were just like that. I put Henry to Havertz, Torres to Jota, Drogba to Nicholas Jackson, Tevez to Højlund, Pep polluting Guardiola polluting the game with control.
Nah, you should have said, sorry, drop it. You should have said Rooney to Højlund, not Tevez to Højlund.
Fair play. But I was thinking out-and-out strikers. Obviously, Rooney plays everywhere. You've stressed that. When we did the all-time Premier League 11, don't forget to check that out.
Ronaldo to Højlund. That would have been better.
Oh, fair enough. But Guardiola polluting the game with controlled possession football and everyone else following suit. It's not Pep's style of football that annoys me. It's the fact that everyone is copying.
Exactly. Thank you.
That is what's annoying me. Because
Pep
Guardiola, you literally cannot argue with trophies he's won. In my opinion, he is probably the greatest manager of all time. And I know, obviously, you're going to disagree. But for me, he is. Can people grow a set of fucking bollocks and make their own systems to counteract his football? Rather than just blatantly going down the factory line of doing the same shit.
Do you know what pisses me off, bro? Sorry to cut in.
That's right.
I just want to say this. Everyone is copying this play out from the back. Keeper has to be with his feet. Bro, it's pissing me off. Onana can't do anything with his feet. Bro, we pedaled out David De Gea because he couldn't do anything with his feet. Well, guess what? The goalkeeper's job is to save a shot. And he's been able to save better than Andre Onana ever has. I would have kept David De Gea. Now that I think about it, I regret wanting David De Gea out. I do. I actually, you know what it is? Maybe I don't regret wanting him out, but I regret wanting Onana. I was like, do you know what? Onana can't be that bad. I was like, do you know what? It's not a bad signing, right? No, I take it all back. He's one of the worst keepers I've ever seen play fucking football. For real. He's one of the worst keepers I've ever. Yeah, he's one of the worst keepers I've ever seen. Genuinely, Andre Onana. Bro, Thomas Kuszczak was playing for United. He did a better job. Ben Foster saved us in a cup final. I know Onana played in a cup final for United, but hey, Ben Foster saved us on penalties, bro.
Yeah. Akavin, I don't know what it's like in Thailand, like your grassroots level in football and whatnot, but kids from the age of 8 are now being told to invert into midfield to keep control of the ball.
Inverted fullbacks. Fuck.
Yeah, inverted
tired
fullbacks.
of all this,
You
man.
need the striker to drop back and all this shit. I don't know if it's like that in Thailand, but
This
in
is
England,
why
it has
strikers are
been
no longer
infested.
good, by the way. This is why strikers are no longer good in today's day. That's why you can't name any world-class strikers, because we have to do inverted shit.
Genuinely,
I mean-
it's absolutely pathetic. Like, I don't know if you've been affected with the Guardiola virus, but England certainly has.
No. I'm still bagging in the goals, bro. I'm
Yeah,
still scoring bags of goals from
but
far out.
Akvin, what about the half spaces? Aren't you dominating the half spaces and the groundals? Come on, that's what's really important here. I mean, what about your sofa score rating?
Oh yeah, 7.8 for touching the ball 5 times.
Hey, you're keeping possession, bro. That's all that matters in today's game.
Yeah, that's true. Keeping possession.
Listen, I said Arsenal, according to the league table, second best team in the league. We haven't won more than 3 Premier League games in a row. Let that sink in. Genuinely, let that sink in. I said this earlier.
Is how football. This is how people calculate football. By the way, this is how they watch football now.
Genuinely.
Calculate. But sorry, go on.
No, and I mentioned earlier, Liverpool, no permanent signings in his manager's first 2 transfer windows. I didn't know about Chiesa previously. I thought it was on loan. They're storming the league with no fuss whatsoever. Despite the fact Slot has played the same midfield 3 for every game this season. And it's clear they're getting tired, even when they have only one competition to play. Overplaying players and fixtures, I said that before. And I said, as my final thought, the sport is in a dire state and I don't think it's going to recover. I genuinely don't think it's going to recover. Pep Guardiola, I admire the trophies he's won, and the football teams he's assembled. But at the end of the day, his style of play has completely infected this game. Completely.
Everyone's trying to copy him. Everyone's trying to copy him, bro.
Why?
And that's
why can't more people go the Klopp route? Why can't people just go full pelt?
Or Ancelotti.
Fuck your possession. Fuck your control. Fuck your inverted bollocks. Fucking press the motherfuckers. All right. Why does everyone have to copy this guy? What manager has full on copied Pep and actually succeeded? Can you name me one? I don't know about Xavi. I don't know if you can class him as a Pep Guardiola clone.
Arteta is definitely trying to copy Pep. Iraola is trying to copy Pep.
Maresca, Pochettino has deviated from his own.
Poch tried to. I'll tell you who else tried to copy. Ten Hag tried to copy Pep. Remember with the goalkeeper and passing after the back shit? Ten Hag tried to copy him. Who else tried to copy him? Xabi Alonso, maybe he tried to copy Pep because was he a Pep student? I'm not so sure.
I mean, Ancelotti doesn't he play
I think he was more Ancelotti's student, to be fair.
Alonso doesn't he play like a 3-4-3 or some shit? Like, I don't think he copies Pep in that way. But...
Not so sure if he does. Someone's gonna have to correct me in the chat, please.
Yeah,
someone's gonna have to try and correct me in the chat, but I don't know what system he plays. But I think he plays like a 4-1-3-2 or something with a Xhaka pivot midfield, whatever it is.
Something hipster.
Don't know what it is. Yeah, all these hipster.
Anyway, just Pep Guardiola, you have done irreversible damage to the sport. And fair play, it's resulted in trophies, but in turn, the beautiful game is no longer beautiful.
This is why Fergie is the GOAT for me.
Well, I mean, yeah. What else? I don't know. I think you can't argue with Pep's So I don't want to get into that debate. It's all a load of waffle anyway. But it's just
fair enough.
It's just I just don't see where is football meant to go from here?
It's supposed to be the best game in the world.
It's less about footballers. It's more about athletes now. Like, are there
it's
any
more about people running around and trying hard. It's more than anything.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan for reference. I fucking love Bukayo Saka. Yeah, but I would class him more as an athlete than I would a footballer. The guy is a top class athlete. Top class athlete. But where was he ranked among the game even 20 years ago? He would not be in the top 10.
No, nowhere near top 20 in my opinion.
Nowhere near top 10 for me, certainly. And it's just fitness, all this. I don't know how to put it into words, really, Akvin. I think you're going to need to help me. It's just individual quality is being stripped away for the sake of the system.
Yeah.
And we've seen it with the strikers, especially. Look at the strikers market. Is an
Look at
absolute
Phil Foden. Look at Phil Foden. What's happened to him?
Oh no, I'll let you take it away. I don't know. I don't really know how to articulate it. It's just,
bro.
I don't see how football's going to get better from here.
Go look at Erling Haaland. Shout out Rasta, yeah. Rasta made this point on Sunshine stream the other day. Shout out Sunshine as well. Yeah, I was on a stream that day, right? We were talking about Erling Haaland at Borussia Dortmund. Do you remember the guy was making runs in behind? He was actually good on the ball at Dortmund. For real, he was good on the ball at Dortmund. Like now at City, he's so limited to his game. His touches, bro. Take me back to the United 2023 game at Old Trafford, right, in January. Haaland had 4 or 5 touches of the ball. Didn't even touch the ball, bro. Because his game is so limited. His game's in the box. His game's limited to play in the box. That's the issue with strikers nowadays, bro. You have to play in the box. That's why people like Ronaldo, right? Ronaldo for me. This is why for me, right? Ronaldo's game is so limited now. It's because footballers now, they just want to play. They need to play in the box. You play it to the striker. Oh, but what's the striker's job? Why is he at the halfway line? Well, isn't football system now dropping deep and playing the ball? Isn't that the system now? But when Ronaldo does it, people say, "Oh, stand in the box. You're ruining the team." This is my issue with strikers, bro. They don't get involved in the game no more. The game's changed. Strikers no longer get involved, bro. Okay, I know we're getting a bit off topic, right? Let's go and name all the even if you're still playing and you're still past your prime. Let's name all the world-class footballers that we think in today's day. I can name a few, very very few.
World class.
I will go with Lautaro Martinez. I think he's world class.
I think have to disagree, but
I think Haaland's a world class striker. As a striker, he is. As a footballer, no, he's not.
World class goal scorer. I'd consider.
Sorry.
World class goal scorer.
Yeah, world class goal scorer.
I don't know about footballer in general.
Lewandowski is world class, in my opinion. Still, Lewandowski's still backing in the goals. Benzema. I'm not. These can be players that have passed their prime already. You don't have to worry about players that are that are in their prime. I'm talking about players that are past still, like the big names of strikers today's day. Big name strikers in today's day. Ronaldo, right? Who else? Does Messi play center forward? You could probably say Messi. Suarez still playing. Wait, I think he retired already. I'm not so sure if he retired. I'm not sure if he's still playing. Who else? Who else was there? Gonna have to help me here.
Radamel Falcao. Would you have considered him?
He's probably retired already, I think.
Oh yeah.
Cavani.
Is he retired?
I think he's still playing. He's playing in South America. Sorry.
Oh, fair enough.
Man, this is what. Osimhen. You probably say Osimhen maybe world class. You could maybe say Gyökeres. No, not Gyökeres. Gyökeres not world class in my opinion, but.
Well, I feel a lot of the world class tag comes with turning up in big moments. I think for me, Vinicius is the epitome of a world class player in 2025 because he majority of finals he's played, he's turned up and he's scored and he's assisted and he's made a telling contribution. I think the guy's only 22, 23. He scored in 2 Champions League finals already.
24, I think.
24. How many Champions League finals did Ronaldo score in at 24? Less than Vinny,
He didn't play in the Champions League final at 24 years old.
No, I mean like at the age of 24, how many times did he score in the Champions League final? I think only once in 2008. I mean
2008, yeah.
Yeah, so it shows you how much of a big game player he is. And for me, with the lowered amount of talent, with the lowered amount of individual quality we see in football today, I think Vinny is one of the few players that actually stands out. Although he is going through a poor run of form, but the likelihood is he's going to turn up at the Emirates tomorrow. More on that later. If you want to ask me about other world-class players now, I'm struggling to name any. I'm genuinely struggling to name any, Akabin. I just
like world-class footballers or just world-class like strikers.
World-class players, Akabin. World-class players.
We can look at Real Madrid. We can look at Real Madrid. We can look at Man City. But Man City at the moment, I don't see any world-class player in the team right now.
I think Rodri would be considered world-class, but
yeah, Rodri is world-class. Yes, I agree.
If chat could like enlighten us on a few players who they consider world-class, like genuinely, I'm struggling to think of many. Think about football 20 years ago. The amount of players you could consider world-class compared to now, it's insane. This
is why I say football back then was way better than football right now.
Well, I'm sure old heads said that about football 20 years prior to 20 years ago. You know, I think it's a constant cycle. But I genuinely don't know where we go from here. Genuinely, I don't. You know, it's just.
I think the best era of football we've seen was in the 2000s to 2010. That was probably the best era of football I think you could possibly say, unless you want to go back to the 1990s to 2000s. But even though I wasn't born yet, I'm so old enough to know who played in that era. Then the big name players that played in that era. I can name you R9, Zidane, Henry, Beckham, Roberto Carlos started playing in the late in the 1990s. Romario, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. Bro, I could go on and on and on. Right now, I'm struggling to name 6. For real. In the 2000 to 2010s, we could probably go look at Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Paul Scholes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi. When they all started, right?
Yeah.
We can go look at Dennis Bergkamp. We can go look at
Cesc Fabregas, Robin van Persie, yep. Iniesta,
Xabi Alonso, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Piqué, Puyol, Jordi Alba, Dani Alves,
Sergio Ramos. I've got you in your stride now.
Sergio Ramos, bro. I could go on and on, bro. Like, let's go to 2010 to 2020. All right, Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva,
Mohamed Salah.
I'd say he was world class in the 2020s more than 2018s. Because I think it was late 2010, so I wouldn't say that.
Oh,
I'd say 2020s more. But he was only world class for a short period, in my opinion. I don't think he's world class now.
Hot take.
I think he was world. I think in 2018 he was world class. Possibly, you could say maybe not last year, 2 years ago, maybe he was. Even though Liverpool weren't that great. 2020. I think his best season for Liverpool was in the 2021-2022 season. The year Liverpool were chasing the quad, like everything. Like they were literally in every single game, involved in every game. That was, for me, the best version of Salah I've seen at Liverpool. And who else am I thinking of? Like in the 2010 to 2020s. All right, let's go. So, like I said, KDB, Bernardo Silva. David Silva, Yaya Toure, Frank Lampard was still kind of world class, you could say.
You didn't even mention any AC Milan players from the 90s and 2000s. That's how stacks it was, yeah.
I could go on and on, bro. But I could go on and on, like literally right now. Ibrahimovic. I just remembered Ibrahimovic was world class in the early 2010s. You remember that bicycle kick versus England? I hate to remind you. Do you remember that bicycle kick versus England?
I do know of it, yes.
That was, bro, and that wasn't even awarded Puskas. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Rooney's overhead kick versus Man City wasn't even awarded Puskas award.
It came off the shin, to be fair. That's my hot take.
Whatever it is, man, you're almost breaking your back to do that thing.
Yeah, fair play.
So, I don't know, man. I'm just... Bro, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Suarez,
Benzema, Gareth Bale,
Benzema, Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Ian Robben, Philip Lahm, Frank Ribery, Robert Lewandowski, Manuel Neuer.
How bad has it gotten now?
Bro, let's name the world-class players right now.
Hey, you start, mate. Haaland's world-class goal scorer. Rodri, world-class.
Rodri, world-class.
Vinicius, world-class.
Vinny Jr., world-class.
Mbappe, world-class.
Pedri, world-class. Mbappe, world-class. That's about it, really.
Yamal, world-class?
Not yet.
Not yet.
He's getting there. When he wins that league title, that's when I call him world-class. Because I just don't want to. I just don't want to, because I know he has world-class ability, world-class talent, everything, world-class shooting, whatever it is. He's up there already. I just don't want to say it until he wins that league title. Then that's where I give him the world-class. That's when I give him the world-class status. I don't want to give him the world-class status yet. I'm not talking about Lamine Yamal when he won the league with Xavi back then. I want to talk when he's in the team, consistently performing every single week like this. Like, this is where I want to call him world class. When I wanted to put Barca on his back and win that league title, this is the season I call him world class. When Barca win that league title this year, I call him world class. That's when I call him world class. As of right now, I'm still gonna
Declan Rice.
Calm it down a bit. Oh, God. Bro, man said Declan Rice, you know.
Hey, you know that's a joke, lads. Go on.
Nah. We end the stream, bro. I'm saying.
No, but this is it. Like, we're consistently the second best team in the league, and yet what world-class players do we actually have?
Jude Bellingham
is a shout. But, I mean, since, go back 10 years ago even. The team that finished
Rudiger's world-class.
The team that finished second in the Premier League 10 years ago has about 3 world-class players, in my opinion.
Basically, the only world-class players we can look at are players from Man City and Real Madrid, really. Yeah, Lewandowski. No, Kane. Bro. Harry Kane needs to win this trophy. Then I call him world-class. He's a world-class footballer.
Numbers,
he's a world-class footballer with numbers, but he's not a world-class. His career is not world-class. So
it goes back to turning up in big moments.
No, exactly. Harry Kane does not turn up in big moments. That's the problem. Like, he's definitely got the world-class ability as a player, but in terms of what he's won, you can't call him world-class. He's won fuck all.
Trust me, in his career. Harry Kane has let me down. Has let this country down twice. More than any other England player.
We thought the midfielder Paul Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard let the entire country down.
Well, I mean, England has let themselves down for the past 60 odd years. But I'm talking about in finals. Harry Kane has been by far our worst performer in both.
Your most successful manager ever was Sir Alf Ramsey.
Indeed, it was, and he's our only manager to win a trophy.
Exactly. That's England's only ever trophy.
Which is a travesty in and of itself. Obviously, it's funny for everyone else watching, but obviously for an Englishman, it's not very good. But anyway, I mean, to be honest, I don't know where we go from here. It's just
like, bro, we look at the things with football nowadays. The level of football is not serious. It's not the level of standards is not serious, especially in the Premier League, right? We go and look at
it's all over Europe, bro. Not just the Premier League. That's just.
You could maybe argue Musiala. You could maybe argue players like Wirtz, but other than that, they're not really world class. There's not many world class footballers. Antonio Rudiger is world class, 100%. He's a top defender. Like, you cannot, bro. He is, for me right now, and I know this is crazy. He's the best center back in the world for me right now. He's, for me, the best center back in the world right now. Antonio Rudiger has been so consistent over the last few years. It's crazy.
I will say Van Dijk as well.
Even when he's come back from injuries, bro, this guy has still been insane. From like, bro, how old is he, mind you? He's like, what, 32, 33 years old?
He's about 33, 34.
He was a free agent at 28 years old. United should have picked him up with Varane, him alongside Varane. That's our center back sorted, bro. Real talk, that would have been our center back sorted at the time. Yeah, I said Lautaro. Bastoni. Bastoni's world class. I like Bastoni. He's very, very good. Bastoni's world class. Barella's world class. So it's like mostly players outside of England. Because back then the pool of players were in England as well. And now it's just hard to name many world class compared. Yeah, I said Barella as well. It's hard to name like too many world class players now, but back then I could name you almost 30, 40 world class players. But the world class players pool is very, very small now. So, but yeah, sorry, continue what you're saying, bro. If I need to say.
Well, there wasn't much else to say. It was just football's in a dire state. That's the main point, and we've expanded on it to no end.
Griezmann's only ever won the World Cup. He's never won the Champions League. He's never won the league. Love Griezmann to bits. World class ability, world class everything. But in terms of career, he's only ever won the World Cup. He's never won the Champions League. Never won the league. He's won the Europa League, but that's not the be all end. That's not the be all end all. So we can't say that. Sorry, go on.
No. There's nothing else to say. I talked about the sport being in a dire state, and you have just smashed it out of the park with how bad it actually is. It's depressing. It's honestly depressing. But hey,
I've just baseball batted it.
Yeah, fair enough. You've exacerbated it to no end. I mean, I don't see how anyone can possibly disagree. I think system trumps all now. This is why I love Ancelotti so much. Albeit he may be, I think he's only won 6 league titles out of 30.
He's won everywhere he's been.
The caveat to that is that, yes, he only won 1 league title and 1 European Cup in 9 years with AC Milan. But at the end of the day, he did win trophies. He does prioritise individual quality over a system, which is why I love him as a manager.
He's won Champions League titles with 2 of the greatest teams in their country. In my opinion, AC Milan are the biggest team in Italy, only because of that 7 Champions League. Other than that, I'd say Inter, Juventus are bigger. But AC Milan are just class. Like 7 Champions Leagues, no one's ever catching that. In Italy, I don't see anyone breaking that record ever again. In Italy.
Yeah, Liverpool might catch up, Bayern might catch up.
Possibly. But it'll take a long time for them to do that because it depends when. And it depends how long Real Madrid's dominance is better. It depends on Real Madrid's dominance and Barcelona's potential dominance as well. Because Barcelona have now built a really good young team. Like they're actually on the rise again. So Bayern Munich potentially, if they can get things sorted, next season with Vincent Kompany, whatever it is, unless they do it this year, but I don't see it. But
are there any other Premier League fixtures we're going to focus on, or are we going to go to the European?
I can talk about Chelsea. I was watching with my mate the other day. He's a Chelsea fan, right? I think you spoke to him as well before. He was on the Premier League show. So yeah, we were just talking about the. I was watching the Chelsea game. The Chelsea don't have end product, and Cole Palmer, right? He looks so off the pace. He looks so out of form. Like, look, I think Chelsea just need to really sign a striker because that team just plays good football. I like the way Chelsea play. Like they actually play quite decent. It's just they need to bring in a good level goal scorer. That's all I say. And the end product needs to be better. They're missing point blank chances. They're not taking good enough shots. Just missing. Yeah, like I said, they're missing point blank chances. So yeah. Any other games? Liverpool lost 3-2. I didn't watch the Liverpool game. I was watching the Chelsea game, and then United 0-0. Like I said, we should have won the game. United should have won the game 0-0 at Old Trafford. We should have scored a few goals. Like I said, a world class striker scores goals, man. Even though I don't rate Morata that highly, would have bagged. I think he would have bagged against Man City. Definitely would have bagged. So yeah, we need to sign a striker, man. We should have signed one in January, but it is what it is. Like I don't want to argue with my fan base because I said that today, I said we should have signed a striker instead of a left wing back, and I was called a melt. So it's what it is, bro. So if people get so offended at everything people say nowadays, it's just like, I know it's worse than the screen, but like they get so offended at every little detail, every single opinion. So yeah, nah.
Rather just avoid trouble. But yeah, I mean, I can't say much on the Chelsea game, or the Liverpool game. I was watching the Minecraft movie, as we're well aware.
How was it?
Hey, it's brilliant. Honestly, you should see it. Stephen Momoa carries the film.
I will.
Good man. Honestly, it's like reliving your childhood. Honestly. So yeah. And we genuinely stood up and applauded by the end of it. So make of that what you will. So, but anyway, I've seen a few highlights. I mean, Chelsea. I'm aware that they rotated, because they wanted to. Obviously, the Conference League is coming up. I see a lot of Chelsea fans were unhappy with that, especially with Newcastle winning tonight. I think Chelsea may be out of the top 5, or no, it might be City.
No, City are top 5.
Yeah, but Chelsea are like getting caught up.
I was worried. I was worried when Chelsea drew yesterday. I was like, I wanted Chelsea to win because I don't want City to get top 4, right? Because obviously, United fan, I don't want City to win games, right? But bro, I was like, no. I was like, no. Are City actually gonna capitalize on this now? And I was like, they didn't turn up against United, so it was the worst derby ever. But anyway, sorry, go on. Just wanted to get that.
No, it's true. I mean, Chelsea did a pretty dead performance. They've been dead since December, really. I mean, we all hark back to that Everton game at Goodison, where they could have went top with a win, and Maresca played down expectations, and since then, Chelsea players' expectations changed, and they start performing like idiots, really. And they're going to have, I believe they're going to have a real tough job on their hands to actually cement that top 5 finish. I don't know what their fixtures are like, but they're going to make it very hard for themselves, especially with Newcastle coming up. And obviously Manchester City are Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. That's not a given by any stretch of imagination. And to spend the GDP of a small country and struggle to finish in the top 4, or top 5 in this case, would be absolute insanity.
Yeah.
And the Liverpool game, I didn't see any of that. You can fill me in on that if you want, if you did see it.
No, I hear it. I mean, the Liverpool game, I didn't watch it, but no, Tottenham also, they won 3-1, nothing special.
Southampton got relegated.
I watched it, Southampton got relegated. The manager's gone.
Ramsdale with 6 relegations in his career.
Ramsdale has 6 relegations. But I don't even want to bother about Southampton. Hope they never come back up again. Unless they resolve their team, don't come back up again, please.
They're going to come back up next year with the parachute payments, Ackerman. We're seeing the same with Sheffield United and Burnley. And what are they going to do next year? Genuinely, that's 6 free points for us.
Bro, just Wolves, please win the next 3 games. Get Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton relegate. I know my ties with Leicester, but Leicester, you've been an absolute embarrassment since coming back to the Premier League. Really and truly, you've been an absolute embarrassment, and I'm not liking this. We just need to win our next game, man. I just want to get out of the bottom half of the table, man. I feel like a small club being there, for real.
You are, mate.
No, I know we are. No, we are.
Honestly,
I'm not disagreeing. We are a small club. We are a small club by mentality, but not by name.
Honestly, between 9th and 17th, there's no difference whatsoever.
There isn't, but still, I just want to get out of there, man. That's all.
Fair enough. We'll move on to Europe now.
Let's see the next few games and see if there's anything else. Newcastle won 3-0. Leicester pretty much gone down now. That's them done. Villa beat Forest. We both called. You said we both said 2-1. I said 2-1 to Villa. You said 2-1, 3-2 Villa. We both said Liverpool were gonna lose. I think you said 2-1 Fulham. I said 2-1 Fulham as well.
Yeah, we
both got it right. Everton 1, Arsenal 1, Palace 2-1, Brighton, Ipswich. I got the Ipswich Wolves game correct. I said 2-1 Wolves. West Ham versus Bournemouth. I said Bournemouth are gonna win. Don't know what happened there. And Everton Arsenal 1-1. That's it, I guess, for the Premier League. Yeah, let's move on to Europe. I think that's where we go next. I think there's only one place to start tomorrow. The first game, Arsenal, Real Madrid. Take it away, Josh.
Take it away, Akevin. You know I've been dreading this game ever since the Champions League pathway was formatted. You know, I personally cannot see any way in which we progress. Genuinely, especially with the fact that Real Madrid are in the midst of bottling the league title as well. Like they're going to be all guns blazing and whatnot. And granted, we might give them a tough game at the Emirates, but at the Bernabeu, it's going to be domination. Especially with Gabriel getting injured as well, our main set piece threat. We know how poor Real Madrid are from set pieces, and the fact that our main asset is injured and requires surgery. Another hamstring that requires surgery, by the way. It's just bitten us in the arse at the worst possible time again. So if you want me to give you a quick prediction, it will either be 0-0 or a 2-0 counter-attacking masterclass from Real Madrid. And for the return leg, I don't hold out much hope either. But that's for another show. The second leg. I think I'll lean towards a 2-0 Real Madrid win.
In the first leg?
Yeah, first leg.
I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw in the first leg. I think there'll be goals. I think Arsenal will not back down. I think it's at home. They're gonna be up for it. The crowd will get behind them. I think because it's a home game, I'm not favoring Arsenal in this game, but I just think maybe it might give them an edge in the home leg. In the away leg, we'll get into the predictions later. But I think Real Madrid go through. I think Real Madrid win this game. Look, Real Madrid. I'll actually talk about the Real Madrid game because I actually watched the game. Very, very poor all around from Real Madrid. Like a fullback pairing of Lucas Vazquez and Fran Garcia is not going to win you a league title. Crossing, both terrible. Overlapping, terrible. You know, finishing in front of goal, absolute nada. There was nothing in front of goal. Literally, Real Madrid missed point-blank chances. Vinicius Jr., why is he taking a penalty again? Why is Vini Jr. taking another penalty? The guy has missed yet another penalty. Yet again, missed another penalty. Why do Real Madrid constantly change penalty takers? Just keep it consistent. Make it Mbappe. Mbappe is their penalty. Just keep it Mbappe. He's the most consistent goal scorer. You know? I know, bro, Ronaldo used to take all the penalties and he was the most consistent goal scorer. Even if he was taking all the goals, he was the most consistent. So give him the goals, give him the penalties. You know what I'm saying? Bruno Fernandes, he's our most consistent penalty taker. We give it to him. Why are you alternating penalty takers, man? It doesn't make sense. And the Ancelotti got it completely wrong. Absolutely atrocious defending for the second goal as well. Rudiger, I don't know what he was doing for the second goal. Just absolutely terrible all around from Real Madrid, man. And I hope they take it out in this game because they need to take it out. They need to take it out in the Champions League. I know Real Madrid in the Champions League. They're different. I know Real Madrid in the Champions League. They'll want to win this. It's their competition. They're gonna want to go for it. But you can't. But you won't win a game playing like this. It's terrible. Terrible performance from Real Madrid all around, man. And I think Valencia deserved the win. Simple as. But I still think. But with that being said, I still think it'll be a 2-2 draw in the first leg. So. Yeah. Hey.
Well, thank you for the 2-2 draw.
It's what it is.
I don't want to hear about your Bernabeu prediction, but thank you for the 2-2 draw.
Next up, Bayern Inter. I was on with Zia Talks on Friday. Big up Zia. I was doing the Al Nassr Al Hilal show with him. So I was doing the Al Nassr Al Hilal watch along with him on Zia Talks. Make sure you do go check it out. Make sure you do go check that one out on Zia Talks. Big up Zia every single time. Musiala has gone down with an injury. While he was not reporting, but he was talking about the Bayern Munich game live while we were watching the Al Nassr Al Hilal game. Musiala has now gone down with an injury. Pavlovic is out. Neuer is out. They've got who else is out for them? Can't remember. But they've got a heck lot of injuries. Bayern Munich, Davies is out. Upamecano is out. Bro, Bayern Munich have a heck lot of injuries, man. I think Inter will be thinking, okay, we capitalized on this one now. What are you saying?
I agree with everything you said. I don't know where is the first leg being played?
It's in Munich,
It's
the home of the Champions League final.
I think Bayern will avoid defeat. Having said that, I do think Inzaghi is a much better manager than Vincent Kompany, and this tie,
I agree. It's not even a debate.
This tie will show. And this prediction, I'm going to go with what you said for the Arsenal Madrid game. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Be topsy-turvy game. And to be honest, I don't. Oh God. Guess who's back?
I love this guy, man. He always comes up with the fire predictions. This guy, man. Hey, I love the optimism, though. To be fair, hey, listen. I rate the optimism, though. Like, I know it's delusional, but I rate the optimism, though. It's fair enough. Like, it's your team. You're backing your team. Fair enough. Hey, Real Madrid 1-1 Arsenal. Fair enough, bro. I ain't going against your prediction. Go on, Josh. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. That's obviously, like I say often. Everyone, you live life your own way. You support your club however you want to. Just don't expect me to agree with your delusions. But anyway, I think.
Sorry, go on.
I think it'll be a 2-2 draw, Bayern Inter, and I think Bayern will take that considering the amount of injuries they do have, as you pointed out earlier. But I think at the San Siro it's going to be a kick session. But that's for another stream, so I'll leave it at that. I don't know what your prediction is.
I think the first leg, I'm actually going to go Inter win, I think Inter will win 2-0. I think Bayern Munich, when they have these injuries, it's going to cost them. Knowing that Pavlovic is out, you got Upamecano out, you got Neuer out, you got one of your most important players out. Like that, it just tells you everything you need to know. Like, I don't think Bayern Munich. Well, look, I know the Champions League final is in their home. It's in their home ground. But come on, man, like you can't. With the injuries that Bayern Munich have, I worry a bit for them because this might be the end of the road. However, that being said, if they can get a few players back by the Inter game, we'll see. But Inter top of the league, not really cruising in Serie A. They're 3 points ahead of second place, right? Napoli, who dropped points today to Bologna, by the way. So Inter have a 3-point gap at the top. They're chasing a treble. Inter could potentially chase a second treble in the history of the football club. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't think, right, that people can tell me that Inter are going into this game thinking they can do it. They can. And I think they will do it. I think Inter will win the first leg, and second leg speaks for itself. I think Inter will win this game. I'm gonna go with 2-0 Inter, or even 2-1, whatever it is. I think Inter win the first leg. Second leg, they'll just go home and relax, I guess. Because, look, at the end of the day, you can't go into this game with a lot of injuries, and Vincent Kompany is a very inexperienced manager. So he's managing in the Champions League in the second ever season of management. Third season of management, in my opinion. Is that right? Fourth season of management, I think, in football. So,
third season, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he managed Anderlecht before this. I'm not so sure. But regardless, I don't see Bayern Munich beating Inter now. I would have if they had their players fit, but I don't think right now. Is Harry Kane fit? I think he's fit, isn't it?
I think he's fit enough to start. Yeah.
Yeah, and Musiala's gone out with an injury as well. Sorry, go on.
No, Chat can correct me on that, but I think Kane is available for the first leg. And I think Bayern will need him. I know we give him a lot of stick, but at the end of the day, he does produce the goal contributions that are needed for games like this. So,
yeah,
Bayern will definitely need him, especially with all the other players out. I mean, it's looking tough.
Next up is Barcelona versus Borussia Dortmund.
What's your prediction for that?
Let's talk a bit about it first, actually, because Barcelona, like La Masia, you got really good young players. Dortmund not having the best of seasons. I think it's going to go straight up 3-1 Barca. I think Barca are going to go through first and second leg. I don't really have much to say on this one.
I understand Dortmund are Champions League finalists last season, but they've been so poor in the Bundesliga this year, and they were quite poor against Lille, in my opinion. I think Lille could...
Sorry, Cam. I knew this already, by the way. I knew that he was Anderlecht manager. It was just in the moment. That's it.
He's quite rude in places, I will admit. But anyway, I think I agree with what you said. Dortmund have had a horrible Bundesliga campaign, and Barcelona, I think they're going to win the league. I predicted that back in September, and I think it is going to be one-way traffic. I think Barcelona will win. It's at the Camp Nou, the first leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go 3-0 Barcelona.
3-0 Barca.
Yeah.
Mate, not everyone has to know every single little detail about football. At least have the basic knowledge to even bring up that he was Anderlecht manager. By the way, I brought up the fact that he was Anderlecht manager. So I rhetorically questioned myself. I think I knew he was the Anderlecht manager.
It's worse on me because he actually recommended Lukonga to Arteta while he was Anderlecht manager. So it should have been me, man. But anyway, we'll move on with the European predictions.
Yeah, but I think Barcelona are going to go through quite comfortably. I think Dortmund look inexperienced. They came to Thailand, got slapped by a Thai team. Yeah, nah. You can't be a Champions League finals who's coming to Thailand and getting slapped up by a Thai team. I'm sorry. So yeah, Barca 3-1. This one next game, PSG Aston Villa, the Unai Emery derby, if you like to call it. This one's going to be interesting.
It is. It's going to be very.
I'm going to go. Let's talk a bit about it. Obviously, with PSG now, they've got young players like Desiree, Ousmane Dembele is having a purple patch. I think he's looking decent. Gonzalo Ramos off the bench. You could possibly say he could be important. Vitinha, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz. Donnarumma and go Hakimi. Look at PSG's team. Like they're stacked with a lot of good players. Zaire Emery, I don't know if he's gonna play, and all these guys. But then again, PSG for me, they've definitely improved compared to last time. I think last time we were talking about PSG. I think if you're looking at PSG in the league phase, the same PSG that before they signed Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia, who I also forgot to mention, before he was signed. If you actually go and look at PSG's team, they were getting slapped up by Arsenal. Like they had no chance against Arsenal. Now you could actually tip them to the semi-finals.
Fair play. Don't forget they won Ligue 1 at the weekend as well.
That was wrapped up.
They can go all guns blazing for these two games.
They can.
The first leg, you can forget the fixture at the weekend.
And the first leg is in the Parc de France as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Having said this is Unai Emery against a former club with a fantastic squad that he's assembled that are going to fight to the death for him. This is going to be a brilliant game, I feel, and it's going to be a brilliant tie. Having said that, I think PSG will squeeze out a 2-1 victory. I think Villa will be more than happy with a 1-0 with a 1-goal defeat, and the game at Villa Park is going to be a classic, in my opinion.
I think I'm gonna go with a PSG. PSG. Yeah, PSG. PSG 2-1 or 3-1 win. I'll probably go 2-3 3-1 PSG. I think PSG will win. Second leg, yeah. I think Villa will win second leg, but PSG go through. I think Villa might just play for pride in the home game. Just give the fans something before they head out of the Champions League.
Fair play. I think it goes right down to the wire.
They did beat Bayern Munich as well at home, so you never
count them out.
Yeah, you can't count them out exactly. So yeah, that's it for the Champions League first leg. We'll come back to preview the second leg next week. The second leg is next week anyway, so we'll come back next week to talk about it. Let's go to the Europa League.
We'll just talk about United on this one, shall we?
Bodo Glimt, Lazio.
First leg or overall? What prediction do you want?
I think we'll just go. But I'll just go Lazio. I think Lazio go through. Lazio 3-1. Rangers, Athletic Bilbao. I think Rangers go through. Sorry, Rangers go through. Bilbao 3-1.
Bilbao go through.
Spurs,
Sorry.
Eintracht Frankfurt. I'm gonna go Eintracht Frankfurt to go
Frankfurt,
through.
yeah.
And Lyon, Manchester United. I'm gonna go Manchester United to go through. I'm gonna back my team to go through.
Right.
First leg 1-1.
We've picked the same winners, so I'm going to go with Lyon for the last one. Although I do think Manchester United will actually win the competition. I'll go Lyon, and hopefully I'll get to laugh at you by the end of the second week.
We both might end up trophyless this year. So,
Trust me, you, Prime, whatever, we're all going to end up with a European trophy this year. Trust me.
I'll go 1-1 first leg. 1-1 in the first leg.
Is this at Old Trafford the first leg?
No. It's in Lyon.
Oh, 2-1 Lyon, first leg.
Quickly do the Conference League predictions. Chelsea go through against Legia Warsaw.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, and I think and they have Dear Garden versus Rapid Vienna. I'm gonna go Rapid Vienna to go through.
Oh, who were their opponents?
Dear Garden, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Screw it. Come on, lads.
Fiorentina versus NK. Yeah, I'm gonna go Fiorentina.
So
Celje, whatever it is. And Betis versus Jag.
Yeah, Betis.
Yeah, Betis go through. Yeah. Jagiellonia, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, Betis go through, yeah.
Anthony hat-trick. Oh.
Yeah. That's it for today. I mean, unless you want to do 2 rounds of footy bingo, I'm up for it.
I know, it depends how many views we have.
We've got 17.
Yeah, alright. Might as well.
We might just as well do 1 or 2 games, I don't mind. We can get 3 people in the chat at least.
Yeah, I'd say 2 games. Get it over and done with.
Yes, yes. No, it's all good, bro. Oh, we'll do some on your channel as well if you want.
We're gonna have to wait. I'm sorry, Akavin. Lads, obviously Akavin tells you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to AN Sports 7. That's the only channel that you need to bother about. I'm in the midst of editing an article. While
I'm still not going to ignore. Yeah, I'm still not going to ignore the fact that you have a channel. So I'm always going to leave in the links as well. So make sure you guys do go check his channel when he does upload the first video. Because you know why? When you do upload your video, people are there to watch it. So
which will be a long time.
Whenever it is, when a video goes up, people are watching your video. So make sure you do, make sure you do go check out his channel when he does upload it as well. But yeah, sorry, go on. You're gonna
I've
bring it up?
got videos up already. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up soon. It should be. It's still loading at the minute. There we go. Global or English League. Actually, I'll go icons. We haven't done that yet. Give us some time to lose.
Villa versus Villa, Inter versus Barca. Fair enough. Heard it here first. Okay, fair enough.
Create, motherfucker. Yay. There we go. I'm gonna screen share now.
Alright, cool. Let me know when you're ready to share screen. I'll share screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to now. So my computer is absolutely terrible. It is laggy.
So people, this is Footy Bingo, and if any of you want to join, please do join. We're doing at least 2 rounds of Footy Bingo, and then we'll wrap up. He's bringing it up here. All right, cool. So the code's on the screen. The code is MPZHR. Here it is, people. This is the code right here. If you can't, and if you can scan the QR code, that'd be great as well. So it's MPZ. All right, cool. If any of you want to join in the chat, make sure you guys do join. And if any of you are watching from Twitter, you can scan the QR code and do join. We'll wait for 2 more people and then we'll start if you like that.
Yeah.
We'll wait for 1 or 2 people. So 16 of you watching. 16 of you watching from Twitter. Like I said, join. Also, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button on the video while you're at it as well. But yeah, let's wait for another person and then we'll start. Cam, if you'd like to join,
Indeed, you will. Sorry. Prove your football knowledge.
Yeah. Prove football knowledge.
I'd like him to prove his football knowledge. He was calling you out. Let's see how he performs.
True that. Does anyone else in the chat? If you'd like to join the QR code, I'll actually leave I'll leave it up here actually, the code. So I think we'll just start now, to be honest with you.
Just for two of us.
People can join still. I think once they see that we're playing Footy Bingo, they'll start. They'll want to join. So.
Fair enough. Yeah. You'll get a different start to me, hopefully.
We all have the same, like, the order of players. It's just, yeah.
You're gonna see how poor my football knowledge really is.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good, bro.
Vladimir Smisov, that's just shout, lads.
Nah, I've had a terrible run. I think we'll do one more.
Yeah. Oh. I'm still going, so.
No worries, man. No worries. But make sure you guys are subscribing and liking the video as well while we're waiting for Josh to finish. And yeah, we're gonna do one more game and then we'll wrap up.
Figo, that's obvious. Stuart Downing. Wow, not a bingo at all. You beat me by 9 points, fair play.
Oh my. That was tough, wasn't it?
That was quite tough. I'm going to set up the last one for today. Make it English Premier League. Wait for it to load for the create.
No worries. We'll do Premier League or you want to do global? All right, cool. Premier League then, I guess.
I'm gonna share screen now.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Let me know when you have to. Let me know when you need to bring it up.
Cheers.
All right, cool.
EEK5D. We need at least one more person, lads. Come on. Is it up? Come on, one more, lads. I can't have only more. I can't have only one friend. Come on. Right. I'm going to give it 1 minute and 5 seconds.
I think we might as well start, to be honest.
Come on, there's got to be one person out there. Come on.
Yeah, come on. 16 of you are watching from X. I know what I know. You all can literally see that there's footy bingo going on here. Literally, join footy bingo.
Yeah, and subscribe to the channel.
And let's have some fun. Yeah, and sub to the channel. 200 subs is pending, people. Like I said, by the end of April, I'd love to get to 200 subs. So, yeah, the goal is there.
Bro, there's got to be one of you guys out there. Come on, Cam. Come on.
Cam,
show us your football knowledge, bro. Come on.
Yeah, come on, people. You know what I'm saying? The link is literally right here. You can scan the QR code and you're in, pretty much. Just click.
You got 5 seconds.
I think we might as well start. Don't think anyone's gonna join.
I'm disappointed, lads. Me and Akevin will go head to head. One more time.
It's all good. I think we remove screen then. You can remove screen. The code's on the screen anyways.
Alright, man. Disappointed, lads. I must be honest.
No. Crap. No, I clicked on the wrong. No, I clicked on the wrong one. Shit.
You muffet.
Nah, man. Nah.
Oh, Dwight York, where are you, pal?
Crap. Nah.
What did you get wrong?
I accidentally click better check on. I thought because he won the Premier League since 1992. I was like, no.
What he did?
No, but that was Golden Boot. I didn't see the Golden Boot part.
Oh shit! I put Nigel Winterburn for that. oh no.
Hey, we're starting again. I don't care. We're starting again.
Wait a minute. Well, we might as well complete this. Have you gone off yours already?
No, I've not. I'm just gonna complete it anyways.
Price it to the bitter end. God, I put fucking 90 points.
Fucking hell! What am I doing?
This is terrible.
No, this is hilarious. I can't lie.
Fucking Glenn Whelan, Copper America winner. Who says no? USA.
I'm finished, man. This is too funny.
Fucking hell. Oh. Fucking Glenn Wayne. Buendia, nah. James Trafford, no, that's an interesting shout.
I'm gonna click Emi Buendia for Copa America. Maybe he might have won Copa America. I'm not so sure.
Who's this?
Sorry?
Who's this you're talking about?
Emi Buendia. I think he did. I'm not so sure he did.
Gusto's French, not bloody Spanish.
I'm not so sure if he played with what do you call? I'm not sure if he played in that Argentina team or was he a part of it.
I don't know. Forest, Roy Keane. There we go. Hamza Chowdhury. French top division. John Duran. Did he play in the French top division?
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna go Cameroonian. Fuck it.
Edson Alvarez.
Baptiste.
Nah, this is a struggle.
I can't believe I've put. Oh no. Okay. Anana Copa America winner? No. Has he played in French? Oh, who gives a fuck? Belabor, that would have been Brighton all over. Shit. Brad Friedel. Good old Kai Havertz. No. Who? Come on. Oh! I beat you by 9 points.
Unlucky. I thought Rodri won the Europa League with Atletico Madrid in 2018. Don't think he did.
I think he arrived that summer, did he not? I think he arrived that summer.
I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
I think we scrap it. Honestly.
I thought Alvarez played for Bryson, and I thought John Duran was Cameroonian. He isn't, in other words. But I think that might signify the end of it.
Yeah, I think we wrap it up here. I'm getting tired. Obviously, it's kind of late where I am, but
fair enough.
Much love to you all for watching and tuning into the video to the live today, and it's been quite a long one. Obviously, we did the Champions League preview, the Europa League, just a quick predictions on that one, but we talked about Premier League as well. We'll be back to recap it, I think, on Friday. So make sure you guys do tune into that one. We'll recap all the European football and Premier League preview.
Can't wait.
And we're gonna preview the next week's games as well. So we're gonna it's 3 weeks in a row. It's 3 shows in a row. We're gonna do Premier League along with European football. So
right, lads,
make sure
it's the final 2 months of the season. It's going to be a fucking grind for this channel.
Yep.
Show your support by subscribing and joining our footy bingos next time.
Yes, please. Appreciate the heads up, Josh, and yeah, make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing. It's really important you do so. The algorithm. Let's get the algorithm up, and obviously let's get to 200 subs. Like I said, it's the goal by the end of April. And yeah, big up, bro, for coming on. And I think we'll wrap up here.
I'm always there for this channel, man.
Appreciate you, man. And can't wait for your first upload. I'll definitely share it across all socials and everything like that. So make sure you do wait for Josh's upload. I know I know he's kind of busy right now. He's definitely gonna upload when he can. So obviously do go subscribe. So when he does upload,
Give it a few months.
You guys are notified when he does upload his first video. Why don't you upload some shorts in the time being while you wait for your video? You know what I'm saying? So it can get some traction, maybe.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Obviously, I only appear on your channel, so that's going to have you mentioned and whatnot.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. All good, man.
And I'll give you a heads up if I do decide to upload any clips.
100%, and I'll definitely help share it around. But yeah, people, that's been us for today. Hopefully, United do get the win this weekend against Lyon or whatever it is that they can get back to Old Trafford and hopefully work on. But yeah, all ask for is a positive result. Pray for Madrid, no?
No, pray for Arsenal, pal. Pray for Arsenal.
But yeah, take care, people. We're out.
See you,
Peace.